Hey everybody, we are here, or guess what we're doing? Installing water line. So this is the water line team here. They're out here. This is where the water line goes into the house down here. There's a pipe right there. Yeah, see right there, that black pipe right there. Not that one. That one goes into this next house, but this one here goes into our house. It's just a rental house. So anyway, they're going to run the water line along this thing because it's all concrete and they don't have jackhammers and they don't do that much labor, so they'll do it for free or for 500 pesos. So they just run it along the edge here and all the way down to there, and in the grass, the dirt and stuff, they'll dig it down 2 inches. So they got all their pipes and fittings and everything. They also include a faucet if you need one. But because this is all outside of the property, we're not going to have a faucet. Or maybe we will. Maybe I should have a faucet put over here. Maybe, yeah, I should have a faucet put here. I'll have one put there for the hose, because we don't have any way to water all these plants. And when it gets summertime, they're gonna need it. So I'm going to have to tell them that I told them I don't need one, but now I've changed my mind because that makes sense. So they're going to go down here. Yeah, I was thinking, you know, you can put the faucet in over there. Yeah, in that gap there.
Okay.
Yeah, because when it gets hot and dry, all these plants are going to die, and I'm going to need to water through the plants. So yeah, a faucet would be good.
Yeah. Do you have PET? Connector, D type
of the PVC, no. or the other, yeah, I've got it. Yeah, I got it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Need one.
Okay. Well, I gotta go get that part for them, and then we will go ahead and put the faucet on. Yeah, we'll put the faucet on over there. So yeah, that'd be good. So anyway, I'm gonna go get a tee for them, and they're putting this in, and supposedly they're gonna dig this into the ground 2 inches, and then we'll see. Water's flying everywhere, so they pulled the end off. The thing is, there's not a lot of water pressure here, so you don't have to worry. You can actually, without turning off the valve, you can actually work on the line. Woo!
Yeah, and then we need two pieces of PVC elbow, 1/2.
Half inch?
Yep,
elbow? Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, Duha?
For the faucet.
Duha? Duha.
Yeah, Duha.
Yeah. Okay, I'll go get the parts. So anyway, while they're flooding the roads, see, they're screwing. This is the first thing they do, put the valve on, and then they connect. Well, the meat. Yeah, so that's going to go on before the meter? Okay, because these are after, but I like before. Yeah, so they're going to put the valve on before the meat. That way it's easy to manage all this, or the water's flying all over the place. If they do it after. Simplifies the operation. Oh yeah, that makes it longer. Yeah. Yeah, how are you gonna? Yeah, so they gotta figure out how to do this thing, because that's in the concrete. Yeah, so now okay, yeah, I have to go back here and then elbow. I've got some of those PVC stuff, so those compression couplings, that's what they like to use. Yeah, there's the washer.
Ang imo nga gikan diri pa sa kalsada.
You want to? Yeah. I've got more elbows. If you want to go under here and over here and then elbow out, I've got elbows. I have more. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's not on top of the concrete pipe.
Okay.
Okay. I'll go get one. I'll go get one more. So they're gonna twist that, and I'll be back. Paradise. Right, everybody. Out. Now what we're doing, I did decide to get a faucet because when it dries out in the summertime, I need to water all these plants here. So that'll be good to have a faucet here. So we're hooking it up here. This pipe here is my antenna for my Wi-Fi. If you can see that. That's PLDT. Yeah. Wi-Fi. So we're going to put that in there. Yeah, you will need, when you do this, have a lot of these little elbows and these little black male and female couplings and those little black compression fitted thing couplings and elbows and T's. See all those? Because they've got pipe. And they've got all the connections for the meter, but they don't have all of the connectors. They got pipe, but not the connectors. So have a stock of connectors for whatever you're going to do, any curves and turns and things you're going to have to do. Put the Teflon tape on there so it don't leak. And this is the water line here. We got two. See that big 1 inch, and then we got this half inch. The half inch is for the house, we believe. The 1 inch we think was for the squid business, but supposedly they never used it. So we'll find out what actually works. But one of these lines brings water, and there's a third one there that goes into this house here that we didn't know about. We thought that was the line going here, but it's not. You gotta really do your research and make sure everything connects, or you'll be tying into somebody else's line, and that is not good. So we got this all lined up here and ready to rock. And I got the handy dandy cutters that cut this black pipe and also cut the PVC pipe really clean. You don't have to, there's no shavings to have to deal with, nothing like that.
Do you have that clip?
Yeah, I'll get one. Don't worry about it now. I'll put that on after you guys leave, because I still got to cut the concrete in the driveway and all that. So I still got some homework I have to do.
Nicholas, the name of the dad?
If there's a gap there, let me. I don't know if there's a gap there right now, but well, down here there's a gap. But I'll get some wire and tie that off. Yeah. So we're good there. Well, here, I can go get some wire and we can tie that. So we'll be back. All right, everybody. We're still finding leaks. There's leaks somewhere, and we don't know where. But see, all this water line goes all under here. This one was leaking. But this stuff goes to the back where we don't need it. That's just an extra room back there that we don't need. It's got a kitchen. We don't even use it. So we're going to put an elbow and disconnect this last line, and this way we see everything. So we're going to put that elbow on. We're going to test it, see if it leaks. The meter just keeps spinning. So we'll check it out, and we'll be back with more from my paradise on Bantayan Island. Paradise. Hey everybody, out. You see dirt and you see a hole? We are finished in the water line installation. This white line here, I took a piece of this rock, this chalky rock here. I'm using it to draw the line so I have something to follow as I cut through here. And then we're going to go with the elbow over there, holding the camera sideways, hold it down under the ground, elbow up and elbow over to the wall over here, and run along outside along the wall. That's just how they do it here. Leave it outside, or else you got to cut through all this concrete. Nobody wants to do that. Believe me, here it's the easiest, lowest price that you can do. Yeah, honey, with this dirt here beside here, yes, we pull this back this way.
Okay.
Don't put it there. Pull it all back. Go and get the rake.
Alright, yeah.
Yeah.
That's better.
Yeah, honey, get the rake and pull that back. So I got a helper here. He seems pretty eager to make some money, and we got to go all the way, as you've probably seen before, all the way over to the meter over here. So we're going down 6 inches here. We're dropping down 6. They were worried about the motorcycles and everybody parking, and that's what they do. See all the water line exposed? That's common. Here, they'll cut a little trench like that one there. You can't really see it, but it goes across here. It's probably broken somewhere and doesn't work no more. So, or maybe this one, this one's just a piece of pipe here. That's just a piece of pipe. Okay, so anyway, you got the picture. We've stopped the leaks, as you can see. This little black wheel here doesn't spin no more. If it spins, water's running. This is your small counter. This is your next higher counter, next. So they count, you know, like 1,256.4, something like that. And then of course you got your numbers here too. So anyway, that's how the meter reads. So we're basically running in the dirt here all the way, about a foot from the road inside. We're trying to keep at least a foot in the road, because someday they're going to replace this road, because this road is, as you can see, it's all messed up, and they'll put a new road down here. So anyway, we will be back with more from my Paradise on Bantayan Island. Paradise out there cleaning the yard here too. So this is the owner right there, the wife. And the husband was here a little while ago. They're both really great folks. Really like them a lot. Yeah, honey, do it. Oh, okay, so we're going to let them do what they do, and we'll be back with more. I'm going to start cutting here and see how that works out. So we'll be back with more from my Paradise on Bantayan Island. Paradise waterline crew. All right, everybody. As you can see, these guys dig a lot faster than me. I mean, well, I cleaned this area out where you can see where the concrete is. It's an angled thing here. This is the road, this is the front of the house. Instead of just cutting it straight, they angled it out here. So I angled it out so we could follow the concrete. But see, he's tearing it up. Look at the sweat on him. It's hot. So yeah, so he's kind of splitting between that concrete and this concrete here. And then, so we're going to town. I've got 1 1/4 passes done on this. So it'll probably take a 3rd pass to really break through to the thickness here. They don't pour real thick concrete here, inch and a half maximum, maybe 2 if they're really going crazy. But I mean, foundation and stuff is different, but this driveway stuff, they go really light. There's probably no rebar in here. But anyway, so, and that's to my benefit right now, because I got to cut through this stuff. It was 4 inches thick. My blade's only 1 inch, maybe 1 inch, 1 1/4 inch at the most. It's a 4-inch diameter, but not depth. So I've got a skill saw too that I could go and get a big blade for if I had to cut 4 inches deep. Probably, I think a skill saw will cut at least 4 inches deep. 7 1/4 inch blade. So anyway, I hope I don't have to do that. I hope I get fast. So I've got this one here. This made 2 passes on the left side, and on the right side only 1, and the second half here is only 1. So I'm gonna get to town on that. I have to pull my mask off. See, I got a mask. But with that mask, it's hard as hell to breathe. So anyway, I'm going back to work. Paradise, the concrete cutter, everybody out. We're kind of coming into the home stretch here as far as the digging goes, not the laying and cementing and elbowing and all that stuff, But we're getting that little blue pipe there, PVC, that's a 6-inch long piece of pipe, so he knows how deep to make it. So he's doing the trim work right now, like that, all the way down. Get it 6 inches deep. And then I'm 1.5, 2.5, 1.5, 1 3/4. I've been on this side twice, and this side I need to finish that one. That'll be my second pass there, and then we're almost ready to, I think the third pass we're going to break through to the soil, and then we just lift that whole section out if we want to. So anyway, I'm getting back to that. I had to get some water, drink a little water, make a little measurement tool for them so they know what 6 is, and everybody else is just kind of helping out here, clean up. So we will be back with more waterline installation paradise. All right, everybody, we're in the cover-up phase now. So we're covering everything up, getting it all back in there. We twisted this end over here. Yeah. So anyway, that's a 6-inch deep line, which nobody does 6 here. They do 2, but we did 6. That's our gauge here. That's our 6-inch gauge. Yeah. Yeah, honey, tell her it's okay to just throw the grass in there. Yeah, it's okay. And then the grass will just grow, and that'll help cover. Okay, honey, wait a minute. Let me push this down. You started this in.
Yeah, I will.
Okay. I'm putting my foot on here so we get this thing down here, because people will step on this, dig in this. You don't know what's going to happen. Honey, pull it into the thing. You're pulling up to it, but you're not putting it in. The whole plan is put it in. Yeah. Okay, now it's covered pretty good. Now you can do the rest. Okay, so we ran into another line here that goes across the road, so we were lucky we didn't chop that one. We ran into an electrical wire that's been cut and set right there. We have no idea what that was. Maybe to a street light or something. I don't know. We don't know what that is, but it was cut and not even in use. We found another rubber hose down here too that wasn't in use. So no catastrophes so far that we know of. We're good to go here. Yeah. Yeah, you'll have to put that higher than there. You'll have to scrape all this dirt, because all this dirt came out. So all that dirt has to go back in, because once you pack it, then now you can use your teeth. You can use your teeth, honey, to drag through the, your teeth.
Yeah,
okay.
The grass will drag also. I just want the sand.
Oh, well, I want the grass too, because that puts the roots in there and holds it. So anyway, we're getting it all. They're shoveling it all back in. Everybody's doing great work. And never thought that would happen as quick as it did, and I didn't have to sweat that much, and that's what I'm really glad about, because I started just doing this here, and every few minutes I got to tell you to take a break, and he never took a break. He dug that whole thing, man. It's amazing. These guys can really put in some work here. So anyway, I have now made 3 full passes, cut as deep as that blade will cut into the concrete. I cut little brick sections off here, so hopefully once we get one out, then we go under the next one and pop it out, and they come out in little bricks, and maybe we can use the bricks for something later. Who knows? We don't know. I don't know. But still, we got little bricks, because I again cut to full depth that I could, 1.5 inches or so, 1.25 inches, whatever that thing will cut depth wise. And I've been trying to kind of chisel and chip these out, but those suckers are in there. So this concrete here is maybe a lot deeper than what I think. But again, once I get the first one out, then I can work the rest. And I may have to get a big screwdriver. Yeah, that if I had a chisel, a good heavy, like a stone worker's chisel type thing, not a wood worker's chisel, I could really do a number on this, I think, and a sledgehammer, which I have a little 5-pound sledge, and I have a little pick too there. So anyway, we're working it. We'll see what happens. And this, like I said, will stay here. We'll put a little cement, like a little cement block in the center. See how these little posts come out? We'll put a little cement block and cement that there, and then it kind of goes out and around, and then cement at the center of each of these. We'll cement this just so we lock it in tight to this fence, and it doesn't, no people don't kick it out or step on it or drive a motorcycle on it or what have you, anything. We'll just put little cement locks on there. So we will be back with more water lines for my paradise on Bantayan Island. Paradise out. Alrighty folks, we may have a breakthrough. I stuck my little pick down in here and pried this up, and look at that. The brick came up, and that looks like the bottom. And so this must be more concrete. I think it's more concrete. It's another layer of concrete underneath there. So I gotta take a pick and I'll knock that out. I'll whack that out with a pick just abusively. But we got the top layer up. Like I said, now we should be able to go under these ones here, hammer this under there, and then pry it up and work our way down, and then deal with this. However, that's pretty damn hard. I may have to cut that too, but at least once I get this top layer off, I can stick the blade down even deeper and whack that second layer. So I was a little bit overly excited, but I think we still got more work to do, another layer. So we will get all these little tiles up that I made, and then we'll work on second layer. Paradise. All right, everybody, we're resorting back to Filipino style here. We got the nail in a piece of PVC or pipe or something driven through there, and we use the nail with the hammer to chip away the concrete, and that actually works pretty dang good. I cut this much out, but the problem is I cut the first layer of concrete out. You can see it's flat here. Well, this concrete was laid on top, poured on top of this concrete. But this concrete's about 3 inches deep or more, and so we decided we would not go so deep. I think I'm still zoomed in. There we go. Yeah. So now we're just going to chip out only that side there, enough for this pipe to go down in there deep, and then cement all this in, and then we'll be good. We don't need to worry about it here. And all this is covered up nicely. Here, all this is all back to normal. Here, pretty much, the road is back to normal. There, we got all the dirt back on there, so it'll pack down, and we'll see how much of a dent in here we have. This one's really not low, but no, it's packed down pretty good. I can step on it. My 200 pounds doesn't smash it in any more than it is, so we're looking pretty good so far. I just gotta, like I said, once this is all done, I gotta cut there, put an elbow on that, another elbow here, and go down. But this is plan B. This is plan A. That was plan A. That worked good. Plan A worked good there. Plan A got us halfway through here, and plan B is gonna bring us home, finish the job. He does pretty good, but those things will really chip. That's what they use to chip concrete. They'll chip a whole, like a whole column. They'll chip through a whole column this big with one of those. Hammer, a piece of PVC pipe, or whatever kind of pipe, and a nail through it. Usually it's a hard nail, like a concrete nail, or one of the roofing umbrella nails. Those are really hard for some reason, so they'll use those, and that works good. So anyway, we're doing it. We're getting there. It's just a matter of time. Be patient. We're in the land of what? I don't know what we're in. Land of smiles. Actually, they call this the no, that's Thailand. Clear. Yeah, in the motor side. Yeah. Okay, I got to get some safety glasses for him, and we'll be back with more from my paradise on Bantayan Island. I keep clear glasses in here because when you drive at night, especially the evening, right at sunset, the bugs start coming out, and they're flying everywhere. They're getting in your eyes, man. It's just crazy. So anyway, we will be back with more safety glass time. Paradise. Hey, y'all, we are doing the water line now. We put the little couplings on here. We angled it so that this is against here and up, and that's pushed down as far as it'll go. We angled that connection in there on both ends. We got it laid down in here, Again, we planned to go 6 inch deep in the dirt, but we couldn't get through the concrete there. It's like a 4 or 6 inch deep concrete. They got 2 layers. They got this layer, and then they have this layer here. So there's 2 layers of concrete, and the bottom one, I tried to drill through it, and my drill bit kept getting stuck. And so I just gave up, and we just chipped out a channel here that we're going to use. Yeah, and tell him next time he does the mixing, honey, tell him to mix it here where there's a hole.
Yeah.
So the concrete will also fill this in. Yeah, mix it here where there's a hole. And that way the hole gets filled too. And we can do 2 things at once. We're fancy. So anyway, we're shoveling in the cement right here. This is just a cement sand mixture. There's no gravel in this. So honey, be sure to push down on that end.
Yeah.
Or it may push it down, make sure it's down. Honey, you're not pushing. Honey, push down on the corner.
This one is down.
Okay, that's what I said. Just before he puts it in, make sure it's down.
Yeah.
And the same down here. So we're getting her. We got the little, then it's good. Okay, honey. Honey, it's good. If you can't push it down, then it's good. Hey, why are you touching it? So anyway, so today, you know, yesterday we installed all this. Well, today they're installing 2 more right there. So if we'd have known that, we could have just laid them all in this trench that we dug and cut across the road here to go to. This is Chris's house here. He's helping. Well, he's the one doing all the work here. That's Chris. So he's getting water, and another people got water. There's one of them going down that way. So 2 more got water today, but one of them could have shared this trench that we dug, but we didn't know that. We didn't know.
What, honey?
I'm talking to the phone, honey. You know, I'm doing YouTube with my phone. Look. What does that mean?
Yeah, YouTube.
Yeah.
YouTube.
And so we'll smooth all this out after it's all in there. Beautiful concrete. We'll put this in here. He'll kind of push it in there with his ladle. No, that's not called a ladle. It's called something else. I forget what they're called. But he's getting it all nice and put in there. And then we're going to make it like into a mound is my plan. But he's making sure everything gets in there. So anyway, we're going to do this, and I got to talk with him, tell him, explain the mound a bit. And then we'll be back with more from my paradise on Bantayan Island. We're jiggling the concrete. Paradise out. Right. We're doing the initial smooth out here, but then after it dries some or firms up some, then we'll do the final smooth out. As you can see, this is your basic cement. We're gonna, I don't know if I said, but we're gonna cement over these two. I don't know if we're gonna do this end or not. We didn't really, I don't know. We hosed down some of this so we'll get all the dirt out, so the cement will try to stick to it, to the ground and the wall here. So we get it good. This looks like the fun part to me, like baking a cake, putting the icing on. Okay, honey, yeah, tell him on this, can he do like a 45-degree angle or a 45 angle?
Pwede ba lang 45 angle?
45?
And try to keep that, I don't know, will that stay there with the weight of the concrete if we just push it? Or do I need to put my foot here?
Or better though, you need to put nails.
Have nails yan.
That's what you said? Or that's what he said?
Pwede rin na naon na niya?
Pwede na kay na na sa gapon.
Yeah, it's okay, you do like that.
And that will hold. Okay, so I got my toe one here. Yeah, honey, ask him, is he going to mix more?
Magpuno pa ka ana.
Honey, you didn't open that.
Just a moment. It depends.
Yeah, because when he does, I want him to mix it there, not here.
Kay kung magpuno pa daw kung gusto siya atong dito dapit o kung nay buko.
I want you to mix it there because it'll, here, it doesn't help. But down there, it'll do two things. It'll fill that hole where the cracks are.
Aron magsudlan daw kung ang mga buho diha.
But yeah, tell him that when he works on my land, never mix cement on the dirt.
Never mix cement on the dirt?
On the dirt. Only we'll have like a plywood or a GI sheet.
Kung aton kung trabaho kung sa buho balay mo ang yuta. Mag nakuno siya sheets kuno nga dito na mag-mix o kuno sa semento.
Yeah. So now we're smoothing this out. I'm putting my foot up against it just to get it close to here as possible. And again, this is just the first phase here. What we're doing after a while, it gets a little more thicker and firmer. It's very liquid right now. A lot of water and stuff. So anyway, I'm going to put my toe back in here and I hope I don't push that one out. So I'm going to get busy doing my toe job. And we'll be back with more from my paradise on Bantayan Island. Paradise. Alrighty, we're covering up the joint. We put like a rock under it to prop it up, kind of, and now we're kind of putting, bondoing. Let's call it cementing around it so that it's not exposed, so nobody hits it, kicks it, or the sun bakes it. Also, the sun out here will cook this stuff because every evening that is west, and the sun hits this every evening, cooking that month after month, day after day, or it should be day after day, week after week, month after month, year after year. Yeah, and we got a banana here I'm gonna try, so let's check it out. What's this called? Oh, it's cooked.
Yeah, it's cooked.
This is a cooked one here. See its shape? It's not completely round. It's an oval. It tastes like a potato with a hint of banana. So, as I chew that, you're going to hear me chew and talk, which I'm sure is proper etiquette for YouTube channel. Chew and talk, that's okay, right? So you're putting little rocks there. The supporting rocks, they don't want to stay though. They want to roll around. There we go. That's nice and solid. He mixes the cement. You can't really see him. By the way, don't step in this, folks. My motorcycle is out here right now. Yeah, I had to park out here, so I'm not driving over this. Then we're going to have to put something here. Hey, we'll put all those shells. Honey, those shells, we'll line them up out here.
I will get it.
Well, not right now because we're working here. So this is how we roll. Yeah, we was, like I said, I was looking forward to the sun hitting this pipe because I didn't plan on cementing it in, but Chris said, yeah, I'll cement all that whole thing in. That's what he planned. It's like, oh, okay. That'll keep people and sun again from burning it up. This pipe will last a long time in the sun, but not forever. But with the cement there, we got a forever deal. So anyway, we're going to continue on with the cementing and the sculpturing, and we'll be back with more from my paradise on Bantayan Island. Paradise out. This is the supervisor here. Paradise
everybody.
out. Just in case you haven't seen this, this is the finished product here. The water line, you know, it went there. Well, the next day they came and did some more. So my neighbor, actually one that did the work, he's the one that got water the next day. But they could have put it, they did it all on the same day. They could have laid it all in the same trench with mine, but they didn't. So that's above there. That's crossing the road here. A little bit that's exposed over there, but they chip away and make room. But this one is all underground. We're about 6 inches, which isn't much, but that's quite a bit for here, because as you see on the top, or 2 inches is about what people will do. So anyway, we got the concrete here all the way along here. We covered up the couplings and stuff so nobody would hit them, and so the sunshine wouldn't burn them up in a year or two. All this is nice, smooth work all the way down here. We did all this all the way, covered up the water pipe. Got a little thin here, but anyway, went all the way over here and into the ground where the actual pipe going that way is. So we got it done, all done and good to go. Looks pretty clean. So we will be back with more. How did the water line cross the road? Well, that one crossed the road. This one actually just went across the driveway, but that's how we did it, underground and with concrete on top. So Paradise